Okay, welcome back to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIV on the PC. Last time we did our first dungeon. Um, it's a baby step, you know. It wasn't epic or anything. It wasn't lengthy, wasn't complicated. But you have to start somewhere. We'll probably be doing another dungeon in this video, but first we have an Arcanist quest to do because we are now 21. Greetings, Mangg. In case such doubts fill your mind, you should know that I am ever willing to lend an ear if you find your thoughts troubled. At the very least, I would have you know this, because it seems that Killia does not. The Foreseer has been missing since this morning. There have been other times when she has disappeared without a word, but we have always been able to find her. Alas, that is not the case this day. Were the Guildmaster here, he could deduce her whereabouts with nary a moment's concentration. I find myself beginning to wonder if those who devote themselves overmuch to Arcanima are more prone to bouts of wanderlust. But, well, I might wish to ponder further such oddities of character, we must needs organize a search party. Would you be so kind as to make inquiries in Hawker's Alley? It is not uncommon for Killia's wanderings to take a path through the markets. Let's do it. Oh, it's right over here. Oh, so mounts, yes. To get a mount, you do have to complete a quest in the main story that requires level 20. So we're a bit a ways away from that, even though we are level 21. It's tied to the main story. You seek a Mikote? I don't know. Agent of Mielvan's Gate. Well, yes, I have seen her. Spoke with her, in fact. She was, however, apprehended by the Yellow Jackets. The assessor was drilling me for details about a Keycurn smuggling ring based in Aleport, but then the soldiers arrived and took her away. If you wish to know her fate, then I suggest you speak with Grenade of the Coral Tower. Alright. So for that, I think we want to go to the Marauders Guild. Foreseer Killia. Yes, we brought her in for questioning regarding the reappearance of the pirate Dosmaga. A member of the Arcanist Guild, are you? Then I see no reason to conceal the nature of our discourse. Perhaps you are already aware of this, but the Foreseer was once held captive by that rabid sea dog. Few pirates sink to such depths of depravity as Dosmaga. It has been 6 years now since he was exiled from Limsa Lominsa for engaging in the worst kind of black market trading. And now the villain has returned. He is, however, both cunning and cautious, and continues to evade our troops. Thus, we hope to borrow the knowledge of Foreseer Killia, whose experiences have given her an intimate familiarity with the way the scoundrel operates. At least that was our intent. After weathering a barrage of questions from the assessor, we found ourselves instead providing the details of our search. Should you wish to speak with Foreseer Killia, I imagine she has already returned safely to your guild. She better be. Back already? You were led to believe she had returned here. I'm afraid not. So the Yellow Jackets told you something of her history with Dosmaga, did they? Perhaps it would be best if I told you the entire tale. Dosmaga's banishment was the result of a surprise inspection that revealed his involvement in an underground slave trade. The assessor that stepped aboard the pirates' merchant ship spoke of finding dozens of unwashed unfortunates crammed into that squalid hold. Among these prisoners was a young Mikote destined for some black market auction block. Though Killia was initially too terrified to even speak, the Guildmaster brought her out of her fearful daze with the gift of an initiate's grimoire. Yes, the selfsame tome that she has carried her entire career. Of course, did you not mention that Killia's grimoire was thrown into the sea? There are rumors that a Keycurn merchant of ill repute has retrieved the black market goods the crew of the Morningstar heaved into the ocean. Even now, he gloats over his salt-encrusted catch in Aleport. It is entirely possible that the Foreseer's most prized possession was caught up in the Keycurn's salvage net. I've no doubt that Killia has reached the same conclusion. To Aleport with you, Mangg. That is where you will find our wayward assessor. Alright, let's go to Aleport for free. Nice and quick like. Yes. Combat pattern 256 should serve to cover all expected contingencies. You never know when you'll have to nullify a thaumaturge or two. My retrieval strategy is complete. Mangg, it is good of you to come. I was unable to calculate for certain if you had pieced together my movements in time. Very little is certain when so many variables are involved. There is good news. This prisoner here was kind enough to confirm that the trader who salvaged the Morningstar's jettisoned cargo did indeed retrieve a tome matching the description of my lost grimoire. Limits in law and the policies of Mielvan's Gate would support the confiscation of goods connected to an official inspection, but alas, my personal belongings do not fall under the definition. Thus, I intend to launch an unofficial offensive against this black marketeer and his cronies. Black marketeer? I don't think you can say that. The peddler has already departed for Candlekeep Key. It is time I gathered to me such allies as I possess, and I count you as one of them, Mangg. Despite the nature of this endeavor, Mistress Thurbergeme has offered me her cooperation. If you would, pray join her at O'Shone's Embrace. That is where we shall ambush this disreputable Keycurn. Alright, so that's... where is that? Oh, that's above the dry docks? Okay, then let's go to the dry docks. It's only $100. You'll notice I have 8,600 now, which is pretty sweet. I had some time where I wanted to play, but I didn't want to record. So, I spent some time crafting. I joined the Culinarians Guild. So I did a whole bunch of cooking, as you can see, and food stuff. It all provides a plus 3% XP boost for 30 minutes, which is pretty good. You can extend it to 60 minutes. And then a higher rank food gives you, well, it also gives you other effects. So like this CP plus 10%, that's for crafting stuff. Boiled egg, critical hit plus 10%, vitality plus 1, direct hit rate plus 1. Grilled trout, direct hit rate plus 8%, vitality plus 4%, crit hit plus 1. What else we got? Tenacity, piety, craftsmanship, determination. I mean, I was just making all sorts of stuff. Here we go. Spell speed plus 8%. Vitality plus 4%. Direct hit rate plus 2%. I think we should just eat 2 of those. So, for the next hour, we got that plus 3% XP. And you know, we're all about the XP. And it really didn't cost almost anything to get, you know, Culinarian up to like level 14 or something. Greetings, Mangg. Your arrival completes our small company. You are equipped for battle, I trust. We need not await Killia's arrival. Once the Keycurn appears on the bridge, we spring our ambush. The strategy for trapping our target relies on the 2 allies we have concealed on the other side of the ravine. This pincer maneuver was, naturally, the Foreseer's idea. As for the target himself, the Keycurn is known as a careful and cautious fellow. He travels with a small retinue so as to avoid attracting attention, but do not be fooled. More bodyguards follow at a distance and will likely join the fray after hostilities ensue. Do not, however, expect any assistance from the Yellow Jackets. They cannot be seen aiding us in what amounts to a personal matter, but they are willing to turn a blind eye for Killia's sake. In any case, the Force Here's tactics account for our limited numbers and individual strengths. Victory is all but assured. Now let us take up our positions and wait for the keycurrent to arrive. Okay, level sync 24. If you really overlevel, you're shit. Like this giant brute. And he's just using a little dagger. Downburst. Oh, a 175 Fester. Focus on the Conjurers and blunt their heals. Okay. Boom. Oh my god. How can you spy anything? What the fuck? This guy. Little downbursting. Yeah, it's, you know, what can I say? Alright, find the grimoire. Taking that shit. Well executed, everyone. Were you able to retrieve my grimoire? Mangg, pray hand over the tome. It's ruined. My wonderful grimoire is ruined. Probability of repairing this degree of damage is 0%. Even the most brilliant strategy cannot undo such ravages of seawater. I've never felt so defeated. I believe it is time I returned home. Leave her be. But how can I? He is right, Erstoda. You must allow Kilia time to process the loss. And you have other matters to which you must attend. Come, Mangg. It is time we return to the guild as well. Okay, so you can't just, like, take me with you. I have to... Alright, you're the boss. Where am I going? Yeah. Bit of a brain fart there. When did this game get so loud? I don't know. Not quite the victory we imagined, was it? The moment Kilia beheld her soaked and tattered grimoire, you could see the light of hope die in her eyes. There is, however, something we can do. I will call on your aid soon, but in the meantime, you would be well served to deepen your knowledge of Arcanima. Alright, so I get a new book. Nice, 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 nice. Yeah, that set, the brand new set is so good. Not much can really compete with it. I mean, I'm not... Yeah, it's just good, so we'll take the $500. Alright. So next, we have Call of the Forest, which is in the wench house. The House of Wenches. The Drowning Wench. That's what it's called. I think they just, like, massively increased the amount of XP you get from, like, story quests and class quests and stuff. Because I looked at one of these class quests on the wiki, which has not been updated in a while, and it said, like, 4,000 XP. And I'm getting, like, you know, 15,000, 16,000. Ready to hear about that job, then? Like I said, the request comes from our sister guild in Gridania. That's all I know. Whatever it is you get asked to do, I somehow doubt it pose any trouble for adventurers to survive the bedlam in Sastasha. You think I might be interested? You want to have words with Mother Miyun? Mayuni. Your counterpart in Gridania. Good luck, mate. Alright, so we're popping over to Gridania. For free. It's always nighttime. I guess this isn't nighttime, it's just unpleasant. Take a seat wherever you like, friend. Our waitress will come to take your... Oh, not here to dine? Dare I hope that you're the adventurer Baderon sent word about? You are. The matron be praised. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Miyun, and the Carline Canopy is my place. With regard to the task in question, there is a fair bit to tell. Let me know when you're ready to hear the details, and I shall brief you. Oh, 22! Ready for that briefing? Good. Now then, here's the long and short of it. Beg pardons for interrupting, Miyun, but our need grows ever more pressing. Have none stepped forward? Good morrow to you too, Bow Lord. Your needs must be pressing indeed for you to honor us with a visit. The good news is, your journey hasn't been wasted. I'm pleased to report that we have a volunteer at last, and one who comes highly recommended at that. My thanks for answering the call, friend. My name is Lewin, and I lead the men and women of the God's Quiver. Now, time is of the essence, so I shall proceed directly to the heart of the matter. We wish for you to nip a potential threat to Gridania in the bud. Beneath the central shroud, there lies an underground burial site called the Tamtara Deepcroft. The place was once a Gelmoran settlement, but we Gridanians have long interred our dead there. Of late, however, shadowy figures have been seen skulking about the Deepcroft, and with ever-increasing regularity. Based on the accounts of various witnesses, we suspect that these individuals belong to the Lambs of Dalamud, a doomsday cult which sprung up prior to the calamity. These zealots have proven themselves dangerous in the past, and we leave them to their own devices at our peril. Ordinarily, I would have dispatched my best men to scour the Deepcroft with orders to flush the cultists out. Alas, the calamity decimated our ranks, and the limited forces at my disposal are constantly required to keep the Ixal at bay. The birdmen have grown restless of late, and I fear a storm may be brewing. In anticipation of this, I have been compelled to spread our forces throughout the Twelves Wood, lest we be taken unawares. The situation so being, we must turn to others to deal with the Lambs of Dalamud. Can we rely on you to undertake this task, friend? You have my gratitude. Once you've seen to your preparations, pray make your way to the Deepcroft, and identify yourself to the guard posted at the entrance. He will apprise you of the latest developments. That is all. Be careful out there, you hear? May the crystal guide you and keep you. Yeah, and also with you. Praise, hail the crystal. So we have to now head out into the world. It's right here near Bent Branch. So if we could catch a chocobo, or I guess we could just rent one and do whatever the fuck we want with it. We could run that thing ragged. Chocobo Porter. Hire Chocobo. Brent Branch. All right, go. So the other thing that I did, aside from crafting, was I checked out the gold saucer. Yeah, the gold saucer, not the golden, the gold saucer. Which you may remember from Final Fantasy VII, as by being like this little casino resort you get to spend some time in, with just a handful of little mini games. Not a whole lot of purpose there, but in Final Fantasy XIV, it is expanded. It is like the gold saucer is probably, my mind saw the gold saucer in Final Fantasy VII when I was a little kid. There is a lot to do there. There's triple triad. There's like fashion contests like Dragon Quest. There's Mahjong. There's all these little mini games. There's like an RTS thing. There's lotteries you can enter. Chocobo races, of course. I mean, there's just a whole bunch. And you collect like a currency there that you can then buy prizes with, including weapons and armor and, you know, fashion stuff, all sorts of things. It was really cool. I didn't spend a whole lot of time there. I was mostly interested in Triple Triad because I did like it. But I didn't want to get overwhelmed, so I did start that. I have some cards. I won a Moogle. I got a Moogle card. I mean, it's Triple Triad. You know, we're familiar with it. So yeah, it's cool. It's just a lot of fun stuff. And it's just like, WoW never did anything really fun like that, you know? Okay. Tamtara Deepcroft. I believe oh, shit. I believe I remember doing this dungeon long ago. You're Mangg, I take it. Thanks for helping us out, friend. No doubt the Bow Lord has already informed you, but your task is to enter the Deep Croft and purge it of the Lambs of Dalamud. In case you're unfamiliar with them, the cult emerged shortly before the Calamity put an end to the 6th Astral Era. The cultists took the Lesser Moon, Dalamud, for their god, believing that it would deliver them from the devastation. And so they were rather disappointed when Dalamud exploded into 1,000 flaming pieces before it could complete its descent. Now, having seen their god turn to ash, one would think that the cultists might feel moved to question their faith. On the contrary, it served only to stoke the flames of their fanaticism. The Lambs of Dalamud are convinced that heretics, that is to say everyone but them, interfered with the coming of their Lord and Savior, and that it's now their sacred duty to avenge him. Whatever it is they're doing in the Deep Croft, you may be sure that no good will come of it. For the sake of Gridania and Eorzead at large, put an end to their madness. Alright. Let us do our duty. I don't remember the button. It was you, okay. Dungeon Tamtara. That's what we're looking for. That's what we want. Join. When using the duty roulette, you will be assigned a random duty from among those you've unlocked. Okay, well, we're not doing the duty roulette. That's this thing. Okay, and you get a bonus if you're a healer. I mean, 1,100 bucks. Okay. All right, so we have a 14-minute wait time. That's what it said last time. It did not take that long, so I don't imagine it'll take that long this time, but you never know. I'll pause, and we'll bring it back. All right, that actually did take, like, 7 minutes. The healer actually took the longest, interestingly. So, if I was only a healer, could have done it very quickly. Yeah, I remember this one. I think this one has like a more memorable aesthetic and stuff than the first one. Alrighty. So our tank is Tatajiro. And he is chain pulling. Alright, I mean that's okay. This okay. What can I say about this? Down burst. Down burst. That's how we're doing it. That's how we're doing it. I'll just dot everything up. I feel like this guy's probably like level 75 or something like that. I mean, he's busting out some cool moves. I don't even know what class he is. Down burst. And we'll do a little festering. Getting 820 XP per kill. Oh, he's a Dark Knight. Oh, that's badass. I kind of want to be a Dark Knight. You have to... I think for a number of classes, you have to get to a certain level with some other... You have to complete a certain point in the main story, so... We couldn't have started as a Dark Knight. Give me the loot. Give me the loot. That's probably like this. Yeah, it's the same. So I'll just greed on it. Yeah. Just put bio on everything. Do a little down bursting. Do a little down bursting. I mean, I assume like really high level characters are just doing like their duty roulette or something, and that puts them in here. Or there has to be some other benefit to like helping out scrubs. But if it wasn't for those, like if I needed people that were like my level doing the main story or whatever, you know, it would take forever to get a group. So they've got a good system here for that at least. Or loot. Bow striker's skirt. Need that. Oh, he really bum rushed that. We almost got locked out. Down bird. Down bird. Having only 4 people is interesting. I wonder what led them to that. Rather than 5. Alright, what do we got? Plundered goggles. Don't need. Ethereal brass wristlets. I already have. So, greed on everything. Great. Downburst that shit. But it's like, I don't know. If I was level 78 or something, would I really want to be doing Tamtar at Deepcroft as a level 19? Because it's not like you can burn through this, you know, and just solo everything, and you are a level 19. It goes faster than normal, maybe, but still. Is it that interesting? Must be worth it. Must be really worth it. I mean, maybe it is cooler when you have a lot of abilities. Maybe it's still fun no matter what. I mean, it's a very popular game. People must like just playing the game. They're not all at the gold saucer, I can tell you that. Alright, we're skipping that for now. Do a little downburst action. Okay. Still need to do 2 more orbs. And then I guess it would be the final boss. Right here. Oh no. Okay. These are the 2 orbs. Oh, shit. Dot up everything! Okay, downburst. Easy. Swift cast. Ba-ba, 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 ba-ba. Oh my gosh, the damage. It would be nice if there was like a random chance or something for you to gain an ether flow charge, like every time you cast Ruin. That would mix it up a little bit. Who summons me from the void to reside within this crude vessel? Oh my god, it's a mind flayer. Yeah, I wanted to greed on that. Here we go. Assume he's gonna do some weird shit. Oh shit. Alright. I wasted a fester there. And my thing died. Oh, damn. Dot it up. Dot it up. Dot it up. Downburst. Oh, it's all dead. Okay. Even cast Mind Blast. I mean, it's a fucking... It's a Mind Flayer. Okay, dot it all up. Dot it all up. Cast Downburst on that shit. Oh, that DPS. It's too good. Alright, maybe I should addle him. There you go. Now he does less damage. Hey. Why am I always late? Like I'm not in sync with the rest of the group. Why do they do that? All right. Nope. Don't need the belt. Don't need the battle axe. Commendation. Okay. How about this guy? Then that's it. I mean, nothing else to say. Be like level 29 now. Oh, 23. Okay. So now we need to go back to Mune. Teleport. Pretty easy dungeon. So at some point I'll show you the gold saucer. We'll head over there for a while and do some triple triad and mess around. But right now I really want to stay focused on the story stuff. At least until I have a job and a mount and, you know, get a little set. Welcome back, Mangg. I'm reliably informed that your foray into the Deepcroft was a success. Nor did I expect anything less. Bataron's ring and endorsement left me in little doubt as to your capabilities. Even so, you are to be commended. Lord Lewin asked me to pass on his thanks. I must say, it's something of a relief to be able to call upon such a capable adventurer. Sadly, death has become an ever more common occurrence within our fraternity of late. Times being what they are, the guild is constantly inundated with petitions, and we are hard-pressed to find enough hands to deal with them all. While this means no shortage of work for able souls such as yourself, it also provides ample opportunity for the inexperienced to overreach themselves, with predictable consequences. Ah, as if to illustrate the point. Avir's gone, and it's all your fault. If you hadn't taken you on age to heal him, he would still be alive. But I tried. He bolted out of range before I could finish the spell. He shouldn't have been so hard-pressed in the first place. We should have done more to lighten his burden. Bah, to the hells with this pathetic excuse for a party. I'm leaving, and it'd be too soon if I never see your faces again. Goodbye, and good riddance. I'm leaving as well. I doubt this comes as any surprise, but I never liked you. I only suffered you for your healing, but you couldn't even do that one thing right. Cruel though this may sound, you brought this upon yourself. Oh, and by way of some parting advice, get rid of Avir's head. Bury it, cremate it, do whatever the hells you like with it. But for God's sake, stop carrying it around. It's just... get rid of it, alright? Wait, don't leave me alone, please. I'm so sorry, Avir. Please forgive me. Scenes like this have become all too common. That makes 12 times in half as many days. Now you see why I'm grateful for adventurers of your experience. I can send men like you on a mission without worrying that you might not return. Well, not so much at any rate. Speaking of missions, I would entrust you with another. About a bell ago, I received a message from my counterpart in Ulda. She seeks the services of a reliable adventurer, and you are nothing if not reliable. If you think you might be interested in this task, say the word, and I will be glad to share the details with you. I would be interested. So you're not averse to taking a little trip. Wonderful. As I mentioned earlier, the request comes to us from the Adventurers Guild in Ulda. Once you arrive, seek out Mamodi, the proprietress of the Quicksand. Think of her as the Sultanate's version of myself. Chances are she'll send you into the midst of danger, but I have every confidence you will pull through unscathed. Now off you go, Mangg, and good luck. Alright, we're heading to the Ulda. For quick, I think we can fit in the third dungeon in this video. Lickety split. One step closer to the mount. Welcome to the Quicksand, friend. I'm a tad busy right now, if you wouldn't mind showing yourself to... Judging by your determined expression, I take it you ain't here for ale. Are you called Mangg by any chance? Mayun sent word that you'd be reporting for duty. She also made a point of calling you the adventurer of the moment. That ain't no small praise coming from her. But you didn't come all the way here to listen to my prattle. Doubtless you're eager to get started, so let's talk business, shall we? Yes. Petitioner ought to be arriving any minute now. Any moment now. Gods almighty. Another second under that sun and I would have been set afire. A tankard of ale, if you'd be so kind. Excellent timing, Papa Shan. Just so happens the adventurer who'll be handling your petition is here. So this strapping young lad is the much-lauded adventurer, is he? Marvelous, marvelous. Pleasure to make your acquaintance, good sir. I am Papa Shan, formerly of the Sultan Sworn. I thank you for agreeing to lend us your aid. Mayhap you'd like to apprise Mangg of his mission. Yes, of course. The petition in question was submitted by an acquaintance of mine at Amagina & Sons Mineral Concern. It relates to an unfortunate development at Copperbell Mines. To be plain, giants have seized control of the place. These giants are of the clan known as the Hecantocares. Fearsome creatures who were sealed within the deepest depths of the mines during the bygone Thorn dynasty. Alas, it seems they have managed to break through the layer of rock which served to imprison them, and now prowl the tunnels where the miners ply their trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of our ancestors, and their presence has forced the suspension of all mining activities on the site. No wonder they're angry. Didn't the Thorn dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? You know your history well, my lady. The people of that age used the Hecantocares to work their mines. By way of enchanted helms, they were able to bind the ferocious creatures to their will. But as is oft the way in such tales, these enchantments eventually failed, and the slaves rose up against their masters. In a desperate bid to contain the unbridled fury of the Hecantocares, our ancestors induced the collapse of the mine's lowermost levels. So it was that the great giant revolt was ended, buried beneath 100,000 tons of rock. Well, now that's got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article about Copperbell in the Mithril Eye a fortnight or so ago. It said the mines were being reopened so as to meet the rising demand for building materials. Like as not, our boys dug a bit too deep and freed the giants. Gods, to think the poor creatures are still alive and kicking after 3 centuries. That's a long time to nurse a grudge. They must be seething. Indeed, and that makes them a danger to us all. There will be no mining at Copperbell so long as they remain. For the sake of both peace and prosperity, they must be subdued. This is the task which we would have you undertake. I'll not deny that the mission will be rife with danger, but our need is great, and so I beg you, put an end to this sorry business. Gods bless you. I feared you might have reservations, but I assure you it is for the best. In case you didn't know, Copperbell Mines are in western Thanalan. Do take care, you hear? And one last thing before you depart. An employee of Amagina & Sons is presently at the Quicksand. The fellow's name is Painted Mesa, and he knows Copperbell Mines well. It may behoove you to seek his counsel. Looking for Painted Mesa? You found him. So you're the adventurer who's volunteered to deal with the mess down in Copperbell, are you? You've got guts, mate. I just hope you got skills to go with them, because things ain't pretty down there. The Hecanticares have left the place in a right state, and nary a week after mining resumed. I don't know if you know this, but Copperbell was old when the second old dynasty was still young, and it was abandoned centuries ago. If it hadn't been for the shortage of materials needed for the rebuilding effort, the concern would never have thought to reopen it. We know full well about the giants beforehand, but the project went ahead anyway. I mean, nothing could possibly survive being buried under a mountain's worth of rock for 3 centuries, right? Wrong. Our miners dug up more than they bargained for. One swing of the pickaxe too many, and they found themselves in the company of giants. Unless we can subdue them, the nation's glorious recovery will grind to a halt for want of aught to build with. The stone torches we're keeping watch over the entrance in case the giants fancy some sunlight and fresh air. One of them will be able to show you the way in. Hope of the nation's resting on you, friend. Best of luck. Alright, so we're heading to Western... Okay, we're heading to Horizon's Edge. Or Hammerly? Hammerly? So if we can get a chocobo to either of those spots... Was that what I just said? Was that what I just said? Horizon's Edge? That must be Horizon. Let's hope so. So, they enslaved a race of giants to do manual labor. Then they, like, revolted or something. So they buried them underneath this mine for 300 years. The giants finally wake up and start... They actually get woken up and released by miners. So they're angry, obviously. They start attacking. So now we're going in to just fucking wipe them out. God damn. No chill. Very close to 24. There's been an incident inside Copperbell Mines. We are here to ensure that its effects are contained, but for your own safety, I suggest you stay well away from here. What? You're the adventurers volunteered to quell the Hecanticares. I didn't think that Papa Shan would be able to find someone so quickly, if at all. The giants are content to wreak havoc inside the mines for now, but it's only a matter of time before they think to come outside. The sooner you see to them, the better. Make ready as best you can and enter at will. Alright, I will be back. Okay, that took like 15 minutes. But, you know, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that big of a deal. Life goes on. Now, I'm kind of surprised, because this one looks fairly similar to the last one. I thought they'd make the starting 3, you know, sort of like a... I don't know, like a Charmander, Squirtle, Bulbasaur kind of thing, where they're all pretty different. Alrighty, we got... You never find anyone that is not above, like, the level cap. I mean, I can't imagine that there's that many people just playing the game for the first time. I don't know. Maybe there is. I'm playing it. Not for the first time, but... Alright, what have we got here? What are you? A gun breaker. That's cool. With a gun blade. Of course they added fucking gun blades. Why wouldn't they? And like a samurai. They got all sorts of shit in this game. Uh-oh. Pulling aggro. Pulling aggro. Actually, those de-aggro. Down burst. Down burst. Oh, 24. Lucid dreaming. Uh-oh, I pulled. Lucid dreaming, 60-second cooldown. For 21 seconds, it gradually restores your MP. Okay, I mean, we never have MP problems. Maybe someday we will. Oh, there we got a giant. Look at him. Little down bursting. Little down burst never hurt anybody. Like 1,000 experience per kill. It's pretty great. I feel like even when I am gonna be a healer, I'll still probably just be like throwing out damage. Doesn't, I mean, maybe, yeah, when you're in like your 30s or something, maybe those dungeons, the damage ramps up a little bit. Down burst. Plus 30% XP. Oh, and I could eat food. There we go. Squeeze out even more XP. Got a boss coming up soon. That would be good. I mean, I wouldn't even be able to cast a spell so quick. We can put bio on everything, though. Certainly do that. Oh my goodness. Flambeau. Flambeau? Oh, Flambeau! Down, Bert. This is my job. And bio is not even going to do that much damage. It's not really contributing, but it makes me feel like I'm doing something. Oh no, there you go. Easy peasy. What do we get? Garbage. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's like it's not really. I don't want to be an asshole and need on it. I don't really need it, you know. All this Disciple of War shit. Great. Great. That's interesting that a gunblade wielder is a tank. I wouldn't have thought that they would go that route. Whereas a samurai is DPS. I could see those being switched. No, I fucked up. Not even paying attention anymore. Plundered bullshit. I already possess one of that unique item. Okay, I guess I'm passing on it. So even if you pass, it says you cast your lot. So yeah, you really have no idea what other people are doing with it. I don't know why they did it that way. I feel like usually you don't want to obfuscate that info, because then people can be like, oh, he needs it? Well then, alright, I guess I can pass. But I suppose you know, you need it if you need it, and if you don't, you don't. I'm gonna addle him. I addled him. Oh, I lost my summon. Yeah, I should have probably destroyed that thing. We are really not doing much damage here. Do we need to make him explode? Do I need to... What do I need to be doing? Okay, we did need it to explode. Alright. And then they bring out other little things to distract us. I don't think it's worth it for me to, like, just... What's the point? Or do you have to DPS him a bunch to... Here. Oh my god, it's still going on. Well, I'll just bio everything up, I suppose. Oh, now they're dead. Good. I was... See, that... changing things up a little bit. Plundered queer ass. I don't need that. Nice. Gygus the Great. $182 on that fester. I mean, yeah, I guess maybe my priority is just to dot everything. Although a lot of stuff dies. But maybe not. The XP is so good. It's a long video. We're almost done. Here we will face Gygus the Great. Slaves no more. Free! Free! Wow. That is a hell of a hammer. As they all wait for me to watch this, that they probably done this place like 3 billion times. He's attempting to break through the wall. Okay. And now an enemy approaches. Okay, I see. Alright, I can kill that. I mean, maybe they don't seem bothered by this thing. But it feels wrong to just let it do whatever the fuck it wants. Okay, then I can leave it. Alright, this one maybe we can just burn. We can just burn. With some Festers in there, some Festers quest. Done deal. Bada bing, bada boom. That guy just hit 59. So the XP for doing this must be pretty good. Here's my late reaction. Plundered leather belt. Nonsense. Plundered cane. Nonsense. Player commendation. The healer. Sure. Alright. That was it. We got a lot done in this video. 2 dungeons and a class quest. Pretty good. We gotta head back here real quick. Gotta hand in the quest. We're making some decent money from all this. I should probably sell all this crap I'm picking up. We're cooking with grease now, man. We are cooking with grease. Just wait for me to get my mount. Now that I'm level fucking 25. We can start the next video with another class quest. What? That doesn't sound good. The Conqueror of Copper Bell returns. Thanks to you, our mining operations can resume, and Oldo will have the materials she needs to rebuild. The entire nation's in your debt, friend. I'll share the good tidings with Papa Shan the next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to report to Momodi. It'll do the woman well to see you alive and in one piece. No! Shut your mouth, you thieving little swine! You stole from me. Don't even think to deny it. Please, sir, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this, paid for it with my own coin. What rot. You refugees are all the same. Couldn't afford maggoty mole meat, much less a choice cut of dodo. I'm gonna say it one more time. Give back what you stole, or I'll make you wish you'd never set foot in this town. By rights, I should turn you over to the Brass Blades, you know. Help keep the streets safe for law-abiding citizens. But I'm a reasonable man. If If you agree to serve me in whatever capacity I require, the authorities needn't hear of your crime. Yeah, you want to just be this guy's rape slave or go to jail for a day? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I ain't done nothing wrong. 12 is me witness. Please, adventurer, help me, I beg of you. I swear on me mother's grave, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with the coin I'd saved. I only wanted to treat me children to a decent meal. What the fuck is that pose? Who the hells are you when you're at home? This dog's master? Had enough of this mummer's farce. You lot, teach him a lesson. Okay. I thought we would just hand the quest in, but... You know, time keeps ticking on. We're at an hour and 16. Like I said, these videos are going to be a little longer. You wait till I fucking fester your ass. Level 11. Shouldn't I be just demolishing this guy? So, I mean, what does level even mean? It doesn't mean anything. Oh, there we go. That was more what I expected. Yeah, let me consult my book on how to kick your ass. I ain't getting paid enough for this. Hey, where the hells do you think you're going? Thank you, kind adventurer. Thank you thrice over. Oh, damn it. I'd swear there were more refugees than when I last looked. You wouldn't be mistaken. It's been 5 years since the calamity. Why are they only coming here now? It's simple, really. While a number of hamlets survived the immediate aftermath of the calamity, many were no longer able to support their communities. The residents found their lands had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes, and problems like those aren't easily solved. Though they tried to make the best of it, it was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek a new life in the city. See. But the calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? Is the same thing happening in the other cities? If the talk is true, yes. Though perhaps our situation is more pronounced. Olda has a reputation for being prosperous, so it's natural that the refugees would try their luck here first. My heart goes out to them, it truly does, but I would be lying if I said that I wasn't apprehensive. I hope their presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the city. Well, if things do take a turn for the worse, we always have the immortal flames. I dare say the brass blades would welcome their help. The heroes who fought the Garlean Empire, patrolling the streets for riffraff? May well come to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what this place is like. If you've no coin, you've no hope. What would become of our city? Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives. Dodo tenderloins. Get your dodo tenderloins. Guaranteed cheapest in Thanalan. Thank you for your custom, madame. Madam, please come again. Looking around, you'd think that Olda was well on its way to recovery. But peer through the veil of prosperity and you'll see no end to the misery and suffering. Sir, are you alright? What now? You mean to threaten a defenseless citizen? What? Saw her buy that meat, you say? That's absurd. Aye, as did I. Leave the poor woman alone, you damnable vulture. Who said that? I'll overlook this, but just this once. Gods bless you, adventurer. If you hadn't come along when you did, who knows what that monster might have done. It don't bear thinking about. Ever the selfless hero, I see. It's been a while, adventurer. I've been watching you closely ever since you flew out of Limsa. You discharged your duty as the Admiral's personal envoy with admirable humility, and you have displayed unfaltering courage in the face of danger ever since. Whensoever you came upon those in need, you gave them succor with no thought of personal gain. In summary, you have demonstrated all of the qualities we seek in an adventurer. For reasons I cannot well explain, your every deed seems invariably to serve the general good, whether you mean it to or not. It is a happy knack, and one which speaks volumes for your character. Yet for all your admirable qualities, it is your gift which intrigues me most. I speak of the visions you experience, visions like the one you had mere moments ago, if I'm not mistaken. I can provide you with the means to understand them. An acquaintance of mine is blessed with the selfsame talent, you see. If you so desire, I can introduce you to her. She and I fight for a common cause, a cause which would greatly benefit for your support. If you would agree to lend us your strength, we should be glad to do all within our power to aid you in your personal endeavors. Think of my offer a while. Should you decide to accept it, pray speak with Momodi, the proprietress of the Quicksands, a close friend and ally of ours. Inform her that you have been chosen by the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and she will tell you where to find us. Sounds pretty good. It sounds like a cool group of cool people. $56,000 XP for first time completion of that dungeon. And I got 16,000 for killing the boss, and another, oh no, maybe that is the same number. So maybe just six, I don't know. Either way, it was a fuck ton of XP. Scenes like that are becoming ever more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry though. If you work hard, you'll probably be alright. Saying that, if you ever find yourself in a spot of bother, come and see me. Just don't go pestering me every time you graze your knee, eh? Of course, I do enjoy hearing tale of a gentleman's woes with the womenfolk from time to time. Ah, Mangg. Sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance to a fresh-off-the-carriage adventurer. But gods, it's good to see you safe and well. To look at you, no one would ever guess you'd been hard at it with giants in the dark. You're every ilm the adventurer Miyun said you'd be, Mangg. The station master will be overjoyed when he hears the news. Oh, before I forget, there's a lass here who wants a word with you. Didn't actually know your name, but hearing her description, I know who she meant right away. Thank you for sparing the time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. My name is Edda. I'm an adventurer like you, though I'm not very good at being one, if truth be told. Anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Gridania I'm sorry. We were in Gridania when the leader of our party was killed. His name was Avir, and he and I were to be wed in the spring. You may not remember him, but to say that he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dawn to dusk. He saw you for what you are, you see, an adventurer's adventurer, and swore that he would be like you one day. I believe that he would have succeeded, had a fiend not robbed him of the chance. Since that day I have thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. When I think of the man you are, of all that you've achieved, I find that I am inspired, just as Avir once was. And so I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I will go back to the village of my birth and begin my training anew. But I wanted to meet you first, to ask you your name. My name's Mangg. Mangg. I shan't forget. Thank you, Mangg. I pray that we will meet again. Fare you well. Adventuring can be a cruel, bleeding business. Time was, I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take charge of the guild here, I didn't want aught to do with you lot. Thought it'd be a right pain in the arse looking after you all. But against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post, and I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be a part of your lives. And that goes double for yours, Mangg. Eh, what did you say? You want to know about the scions of the Seventh Dawn? You're beginning to move in earnest, then. Listen, Mangg, the scions ain't no ordinary folk, and the work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do. Knowing that, if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can. There we go. Okay. And leave it off here. Yeah, it's just like a normal RPG where characters never shut up and videos go too long because of it. But it's all good. It's all good. I think we will not be doing a dungeon next time. Doing some traditional quests, but that's the way it is. My name is Mangg. Game watching has been Final Fantasy XIV. See you fine folks in the next part.